behind you there, so I don't have to grab that news awkwardly later.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. We got a lot of folks we can pack in here. A great turnout. We talk about economic development, and few people show up. This is an exciting morning. First of all, welcome, and welcome all those to our new friends to Arkansas. We have a very exciting announcement that we have to hear today, and some of the folks all are going to speak behind me. Governor Hutchinson, Mayor Scott, Judge Hyde, Congressman Hill. We have a lot of members from the legislature, Quorum Court, City Council. Really appreciate all of you guys being here. I also want to recognize Lenka Horakova, who is the Honorary Consul General from the Czech Republic. You'll see the connection here in just a second when we announce this project. We're excited. We got a lot going on, but this is pretty neat. When you look at this project and what it brings to the table, it's a targeted industry that we've sought after and that we've recruited. It represents FDI, foreign direct investment, that we've been going after for years now in Arkansas, and it hits as a manufacturer, as a distribution, as a corporate headquarter. Mitch, let's cue up this video.
It is my pleasure today to welcome CZ USA to Arkansas. Well, I want to welcome everyone, and let me say that today's announcement is the result of everything that we have to offer in Arkansas, from a skilled workforce to a business-friendly environment in this state, to our central location, to the beauty of our great state. But it is also about the relationships that you build between state leaders and leaders in our community with industry. And that relationship has borne fruit today. Today, I am very pleased to announce that CZ USA, with its parent company in the Czech Republic, has selected Arkansas as the location of its new manufacturing facility in the United States. The facility will be also the CZ USA national headquarters. CZ USA plans to invest up to $90 million in the new facility at the Port of Little Rock. The plan is to hire 565 employees in new jobs paying more than $22 per hour. The hiring will be in two phases over a 6-year period. The investment will build a 265,000 square feet facility on 73 acres at the port. Now, let me tell you just a little bit about CZ. CZ firearms are considered some of the highest quality firearms in defense, competition, and support shooting around the world. They also make a shotgun that is second to none. And we are honored to have nearly 300 foreign-owned companies that have investments right here in Arkansas and have operations in the state. But CZ USA is the first investment from the Czech Republic, and we are very honored to have them, that they would choose Arkansas. And to win this, as Mike knows, who's done an excellent job in competing for this, and those others in this room know that whenever you try to recruit an industrial prospect, you have to compete with other states. And we competed with multiple states, but Arkansas was selected because of the relationship that we have built with CZ, because of our workforce commitment and our business-friendly approach to a growing company in the firearms industry. One of the key visits that we had that occurred this last January at the SHOT Show, which is the largest firearms industry show in North America. And we had breakfast with the representatives of CZ. Bogdan was there, that I will introduce shortly. But it was at that breakfast that we got things moving. And we really saw eye to eye, and I think they understood then the interest that Arkansas had, the commitment that we have, the relationship that you can have with our state. And from that meeting grew some very intense negotiations and competition and discussions. But through all of that and through many personal visits to our state, CZ USA chose Arkansas. And I want to express thanks to Mayor Frank Scott for his partnership in this, the city's leadership and commitment to it, to the Little Rock Chamber, and to the Pulaski County Judge Barry Hyde for your work and partnership as well. All of their leadership and partnership in recruiting this world-class company has paid off for the people and for the families that will be impacted positively by this investment. Now, I am pleased to welcome CZ USA to Arkansas and to introduce the chairman of the board and the vice president for growth for CZ USA, Bogdan Hutchinson. Bogdan, thank you for your friendship and your commitment to Arkansas. And I want to welcome you, but also welcome your family and your trust in our state. And I understand from Bogdan that this might be his first speech in English. So give him a good Arkansas welcome.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Bogdan Hutchinson, and as the governor said, I'm chairman of the board of directors and vice president for growth. So this project is my kit. And I would like to also introduce my team. Together with me today is David Aguilar, a member of board of directors. And we have Dan Spencer, our general counsel, and what is more important, HR director. So he'll be very involved in the process here. And I also welcome Mike Mullis, our consultant and big friend with his team. So as governor said, this is my first English speech. Hopefully you recognize already that I'm not a native speaker, and I came from Czech Republic. And we are very excited today because this is a new big chapter for our company. The question what CZ means. CZ is the abbreviation of Česká zbrojovka. I don't expect you can pronounce that. Česká zbrojovka, this is why we use CZ. CZ was established more than 80 years ago in Czech Republic. From the really beginning, we produce firearms, very high quality firearms. And our headquarters now is in the Uherské Brod. This is the small city in the corner of Czech Republic. We are based in the city with less than 20,000 citizens. So it means that probably every member, or not every, but every family has a member working in our factory. And we feel in the city like we are at home. And during the process here, we felt the same. So we believe that this home, the second home in the world, because we have only one location in Czech Republic. This is the first factory, and here it will be the second factory around the world. And we decided that the second home and the North American headquarters and the North American home will be here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Česká zbrojovka, it means CZ, exports to 90 countries around the world. And we have more than 2,000 employees over there. But more than 20 years, we have already our distribution and sales center here in the USA, in Kansas City area. We have also small artisanship, is it in English? Artisanship production in New York, Norwich, Dan Wesson. You probably know Dan Wesson brand. This is our top brand. And as our product is more and more popular in USA, and our brand awareness is rising and growing, we decided that the most important market, the American market, deserve not only distribution center, but also production. And this process took some long time, many months. The site selection process started more than 1 year ago, and we choose for this process Mike Mullis, very high professional company. And of course, because we are based now in the Kansas City area, our original idea was to choose between Kansas and Missouri. It was good competition because we are on the border, so let's stay to compete. And Mike said, no, we suggest to take more states and let's see what they can offer. And let's go maybe more to the south. And this is a short story about our first trip here. We really take it like politeness to Mike. Okay, we can go down, but you know, we are not sure that we can move because we have already 70 people in Kansas City area. And after the first visit here, we were really astonished. We were met with a warm welcome, the big team really closely cooperating, big team really dedicated and involved in the process, and we were very surprised, and this visit changed our mind. And we started the negotiation, and we really started to feel that we can accomplish this mission, that we can establish and we can build the second big factory here in Little Rock. During the first visit, we also met Governor Hutchinson, Mayor Scott, in this time, Mayor-elect the first time, yes, Judge Hyde, and we fall in love. It was, yeah, it was really surprising, and we felt from the first time like this is good location. And then this process took more time because we had to discuss it with our current location in Kansas City area, with our owners and CZ Group in Czech Republic. But finally, we went through very friendly and very close relationship with teams from Arkansas Economic Development Commission, with Little Rock Chamber of Commerce, with Port Authority, and finally, on the last meeting, or maybe it was not last, but on one meeting, we met also representatives for international companies already located here in Little Rock. Thank you, because it was also, I was very impressed. This company said that this friendship and very kind relationship is not only on the beginning, that it will stay with us for many, many years, and I hope for decades, and the next 80 years, like we have 8 years in Czech Republic. So this was also very important for us to meet local companies, and thank you for this help. The people. We met a few representatives from local education organizations, and we realized that you have very great, very good workforce, very trained workforce here in Arkansas. You know, the producing guns, it's like craftsmanship. It's not only push button on the machine. You have to put your heart to the product. And we felt that the people here are trained, the people here are dedicated, people here are prepared to be really involved in the high quality products like our products. We also felt that your local culture fit our company culture. The nature life here in Arkansas, your passion for hunting, for sport shooting, for any other activities really align with our company culture. So it was the next point important for our choose. Czech Republic, we are first company, and we are proud to be first Czech company investing in Arkansas. But we are not first Czech here. As already Governor mentioned, we have a honorary consul, Lenka Horáková, and this way I would like to thank Lenka. She helped us a lot with relationship here, with visits here, and she was really involved. So thank you, Lenka. And we also during our visit, we also realized we have Czech restaurants here in Little Rock. And what is more important even, the Czech restaurants, they have Czech beer on top. So this was big advantage for Little Rock during the process. Because beer, you know, is a part of all cultures, so we believe that we will align here also. So we have been impressed by your service and the way your team works together, Governor, Mayor, Judge, and from the Governor and the Arkansas Economic Development Commission to your local government, Mayor Scott, to Pulaski County, to Chamber of Commerce and the Port of Little Rock, your entire team has been seamless and professional. And please accept our thanks, and now we look forward to many decades of success together. Thank you.
Bogdan, thank you so much, and welcome to Arkansas on behalf of everyone here. We're so excited to have you. And as you heard Bogdan mention, it was a team effort, and there's a lot of people. We could spend the next 20 minutes thanking everyone in this room who had a part in it, but we're going to run through some key people here who played an integral part. And as you heard Bogdan mention that Mayor Scott was mayor-elect the first time that they met, and I don't think he had slept since the campaign, but we said, man, we got a company that we're recruiting hard. They need to see the mayor. They need to sit down and have a conversation with them. And the mayor immediately said, yes, I'll be there. Tell me when. And he was there, and he's been with us every step of the way. So, Mayor, I just want you to know, though, that the team behind you at the Chamber, led by Jay Cheshire and his leadership, and Ben and Christy and everyone else there worked tirelessly to make this happen. And Kevin, who is here, Kevin Crass, who represents the Little Rock Chamber as their current chairman, you guys really stepped up as well. And I see Antoine and Rajesh and so many others who represent businesses in Little Rock. We couldn't have not done it without you and the private representation that means supporting a company like this. And I see Gus Ratsinis in the crowd too, who represents the Arkansas Economic Development Foundation. So we have our own foundation as well who allows us to support these things with this. But Mayor, you've got a strong team behind you. We appreciate your leadership. I'd love for you to come say a few words.
Well, first and foremost, what today represents is three things: leadership, relationships, and partnership. We have to continue to applaud and show our gratefulness towards Governor Hutchinson, Mike Preston, and their entire leadership team in driving business development in our city. And the leadership of the Chamber of Commerce, the leadership of Pulaski County Judge Barry Hyde. But it goes a step further from leadership. We have to always focus on relationships. And so what you saw today is a myriad of different relationships coming together on one accord to make certain that we did what was best for the state of Arkansas, the city of Little Rock, and the entire Central Arkansas region. But it's always done with partnership. And that partnership is showing today in the state's capital city, where we've had one of the, if not the largest job announcement in many, many years. And so, Bogdan, thank you. We're grateful for you, and welcome home.
You can see on the banner beside me all the partners who represented some piece of this, and we'll talk about each of them. But they're obviously locating at the port, and what an integral part that the port made, and so much has gone into the development of that port. And Judge, I know you've played an instrumental part in making that happen, and I can't say enough about your leadership and coming to the table and assisting with the port, what all they were able to do. Judge?
I have to make this short. The governor's staff told me I didn't have 25 minutes for this speech this morning. So thank you, and thank you, Mike, for that introduction, and thank you for your leadership on this project as well as many others. So good morning. Today's a big day in Pulaski County and the citizens of Central Arkansas. The Little Rock Port Authority is one of the county's and the region's most important commodities, with over 4,000 jobs already associated with and supported by Port Authority industries. You begin to understand how vital this industrial park is to our local economy. The development and improvement of the newly acquired land for the port is designed to bolster economic development in the county by providing the necessary infrastructure to attract new industry. Most importantly, the enhancement of the port's infrastructure will create even more jobs for Pulaski County, as well as residents from the surrounding counties. Brian Day's not up here today, so he can't tell you that upon a recent survey, we found that the employees of the port come from 21 counties around Central Arkansas, and that's a pretty amazing number to me. So as with any size, any project of this size, it's essential to have a strong and a committed coalition, realizing the economic potential an enlarged port can have in the area. Pulaski County partnered with the City of Little Rock to provide $1 million towards the development of the necessary infrastructure. These funds, combined with funds provided by the Governor's Office and the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, will allow us to construct special roads designed to withstand the high volume of heavy trucks used to transport industrial goods and materials. And we'll also be constructing new drainage systems for this section of the port, adding lighting and building the basic infrastructure to accommodate new businesses looking to locate here in Central Arkansas. When we're competing with places like Dallas and Memphis for valuable businesses and jobs, it's absolutely necessary to have the highest quality of services and infrastructure in place. We're contending with cities and communities throughout the nation that have shovel-ready industrial parks. So in order to be relevant in the region, we must be able to provide that necessary amenities and services that industries are looking for. Now, I'm confident that the addition of acreage and infrastructure improvements to the port will not only give us a leg up, but they should also have some folks around the area considering Little Rock Port Authority as their new home. Pulaski County is excited to be a part of this partnership and anxious to get to work on continued improvements at the port. I want to thank Governor Hutchinson, Mayor Scott of the City of Little Rock, Mike Preston, the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, especially Port Director Brian Day, along with his staff, his board, for their work well done on this project. By working together, we're creating new opportunities for our economic future. Thank you.
And of course, when we talk about developing the port and developing infrastructure, we can't do it without our partners at the federal government. And you know, we all know what a rock star that French Hill is here in Little Rock, but I didn't realize what a rock star he is in D.C. until I was up there last week and spent a day over there. And when anyone asked where I was from, and I said Little Rock, Arkansas, and they said, "Oh, Congressman Hill's district." So everyone knows Congressman Hill up there, and he does a fantastic job representing us. We couldn't have done this project without the support of the federal government and what they've been able to do to really develop the port and have the infrastructure needs out there. Congressman, thank you for being here. Let me turn it over to you.
Mike, thank you. It's a team effort, as has been said, and we have a great quarterback in our governor and a great running back in our executive director at the AEDC. And really, what I want to point out is this foreign direct investment in our state. We have Rajesh here from Wellspun. We know the incredible quality of our workforce. We see the artistry of what's done at Dassault Falcon Jet, and so I really appreciated your comment about our workforce. It's our governors and our General Assembly and our City Council and our mayor's top priority in this metro area that we grow and improve and enhance our workforce. And when we see that validated with this kind of announcement today and the expansion at Dassault and the expansion at Wellspun, we know that we're doing something right. And that's why it gives our governor bragging rights around the country to talk about what we're doing. But my hat's off to our Chamber of Commerce, and as a former Chamber Chair, Kevin, thanks for your continued leadership. And let's celebrate that our workforce is what's driving that investment to our great port. And let's remember, as the General Assembly, the City Council, our leadership group, that we're all pulling in the same direction, which is a more vibrant, more expansive, and more successful Central Arkansas. Thanks. Congratulations, Governor.
All right, and let me wrap up here and turn it back over to the governor. As the congressman and Bogdan said, it is a team sport, and I have to thank personally the team at AEDC. I don't think there was a division that this project did not touch, from our business finance team to our community development team to HR and budget and IT, you name it. But the glue who held it all together, project lead and project manager, was Catherine Holmstrom. Catherine, congratulations on this project. And Mike Mullis, Denise, Keith, we appreciate your relationship. The consultants who we've worked with on this project, we've worked with them before, and can't say enough about the relationship we have and how well you guys represented your client in CZ, and we thank you guys for that. The port, which has been mentioned, this is where they're going to be locating, and the 73 acres out there. The port just continues to grow and do great things, and I see Paul is here from the port. We appreciate that. I didn't see Brian. There he is. He's hiding in the back. Brian Day, for your leadership and what you've brought to this project. I mentioned the chamber, the city, the county. ADFA, I saw Cheryl Schluterman was here. They're supporting us in this. Director Daryl Bissett from the Department of Workforce Services was a key part in helping us with the workforce numbers that we needed. Big thanks to CJRW, who handiwork in putting the banner and the video together, and Mitch for tying that all together. And then I saw Dr. Wallace from Pulaski Tech, who's going to help us and will continue to help us on this project. Danny Games with Entergy and your team, and the utilities who are part of this project as well. It's all come together. We can celebrate this now. And what's key for all the media here in the room is that we want to get the word out on this. They need to start hiring people. They're ready to get going. So go to littlerockchamber.com/CZ, and there's a landing page there that's going to give you all the information. If you're a job seeker who wants to go out there and know about going to work for CZ, all the information is going to be there. As you heard, Dan's going to be heading up the HR, and they're going to be looking for a lot of people and to get going. Now, all the press, y'all don't have, I don't know what the employee discount is, but it might be strong enough that y'all want to consider, hey, I'm coming and getting a CZ. So go on there and check. Congratulations, and let me turn it back over to the governor.
Thank you, Mike, and I want to reinforce what Mike Preston said about the team at AEDC and the great job that they're doing, not just on this project, but in all the economic development efforts in our state. Please give Mike Preston and his team a round of applause. And with that, I'd be happy to turn it over for any questions from the media.
Around 70 people, yes. We have a distribution and sales and marketing over there.
Ask a couple of personal questions, food, beverage questions.
About beer?
Favorite beer? Favorite beer is Pilsner Urquell, and this is fortunately here in this restaurant. So. Did you get that, Robert?
I'd like to know what you guys maybe had for breakfast that day to turn this whole thing around. Can you give a little more detail of what you guys did?
It's a secret breakfast that will only be used on occasions of our friends of the Czech Republic. But it was part of it is, you know that I've traveled every year as governor to the SHOT Show. And it is, we've targeted the firearms industry as a opportunity for us to grow here in this state in terms of manufacturing, and it produces results. And so when we're there, we work hard. That breakfast was an opportunity to have a casual visit, but a very serious discussion about Arkansas and what it presents. Bogodan, I hope that that breakfast was helpful to you, but it was, Bogodan was there, but we also had Renee and Jan from the CZ group from Czech Republic there. So it was an occasion to get to the highest level of the company, and with Bogodan's leadership and the relationship we've built. And I'll just add this, the biking trails are important here in Arkansas. Bogodan is a biker, and he has utilized the biking trails, and that, unbeknownst to me, he had come down and utilized some of our biking trails that helped fall in love with Arkansas, not just because of me, but also because of he has some of his favorite sports here. I'll let you answer that. Yeah.
The facility in Kansas City is not manufacturing. This is mainly the warehouse, distribution, sales, and marketing. We started small assembly there. This is just assembly. So we assembly guns from parts already both in USA, but the manufacturing here will also produce parts. So it will be producing parts and also assembling and all other processes. We have a facility in Norwich, New York, and this is our Dan Wesson part of company.
May I just, that's Dan Wesson, formerly of Smith & Wesson family.
Thank you. Governor, what kind of economic incentive package
Sure. So it's a combination, and we'll release all that information at the appropriate time. But it's a combination of a forgivable loan, some infrastructure grant funding through the governor's Quick Action Closing Fund, Create Rebate, which is a payroll tax rebate, tax back on the sales and use on construction equipment, as well as training funds. So it's a combination of all those, and we'll release all that data at the appropriate time. I'd be happy to. So as far as Arkadelphia is concerned, we're moving forward. That project is still on track. They've submitted all of their engineering, and their permitting is going through the permitting process right now, is being reviewed by our Department of Environmental Quality as well as the EPA. In terms of Forest City and Rui, I mean, that one is Rui owns the building over there. We're still optimistic that that project can move forward. Obviously, the implications of tariffs and the trade war kind of slowed down that project. We certainly hope to get that one back online, but time will tell as that works things out in the next future. Now, in terms of funds spent, nothing has been spent from the state on any of those projects until they actually come in and create jobs.
Why did the trade tension affect Forest City but not Arkadelphia?
Well, the trade tensions did impact Arkadelphia. It slowed down part of the process. We had to take some steps to write the trade ambassador in terms of a waiver. And so there was some slowdown as a result of the trade discussions, but we got that back on track. And as a result, all the engineering work is done, is what Director Preston has said, and that project is moving forward. We're very excited about it. In terms of Rui, it is important to note that these are independent business decisions, even though China has more of a centrally controlled government than many other countries, you still deal business to business. And so there's some business decisions that RUI has made in terms of other investment opportunities, but we're very hopeful that that will get back on track as well. That's one of the reasons that now that the legislative session is over, we will be able to focus again on not just this incredible project here and this announcement, but in some of the trade missions that I hope to do this year, we'll be able to make sure that these projects are on track. I would also emphasize that two other projects, Rice-Ever and Jonesboro's, got employees working. That's on track, as well as TY Garment Company right here in the port, another great facility that was announced. It was actually very quiet, but have over 100 employees out there. So there's really only been one that's been slowed down as a result of some of the trade discussions. Others, I believe, are on track and will continue to move. Yes. Yep. At the appropriate time. We don't want to step on one story. This story is a great story. That will come in due time. Thank you all very much.
You're on a roll.
Thanks for being here.